Is Colin still here? He's somewhere. Keep him out of sight. I don't need to get into any trouble. Look, alright, I'm coming. Jeez. Urgent much?
Bigby!
Snow?
Oh.
Come with me.
Snow. Snow!
What? Sorry,
Look,
What is it?
slow down, alright?
Just slow down.
No, keep up. We need to...
Hi.
Hello. Good morning. Or evening.
Yeah.
So Snow put the sign on the grass outside. Is she like the landlord? Or something?
These walls are paper thin. We need to be careful. We'll talk outside.
Was that a Monday back there, was it? Maybe. He looked mundane. No offense to him. Open sesame. Oh, hell.
No.
You knew this girl? She's not a Mundy, right?
Don't think so.
Who was she? I thought I knew everyone in Fabletown. She looks familiar. I can't place her, though.
A working girl, I think.
A working girl?
A working girl? I'm a working...
Snow.
Oh.
Oh, there's something in her mouth.
The woodsman. He attacked her, I stepped in. And he threatened to kill us both.
No. You don't think he...
I don't think anything yet. Just give me a second.
It's just... terrible.
Alright, what exactly happened?
It took me a second to realize what I was even looking at.
So, tell me what happened. Every detail.
I wish there was more to tell. I left the office, walked past the security desk. Luckily, he was asleep.
Grimble.
Yeah. And I opened the door and I found her. Like this. I came to get you right away.
And that's all?
That's it. Sorry. Big P, did one of us do this?
There hasn't been a murder in Fabletown in a long time.
All the more reason we shouldn't start a panic before we know what's going on.
Yeah. All sorts around here, though.
I'll have a look around. We don't have much time before people will be coming through here. So, question: do I actually work for like law enforcement as Bigby, or do I have any official capacity in this whatsoever, or am I just gonna get my fingerprints all over this? All right, let's examine the neck. It doesn't look like that's clean a cut, for the record.
Strange cut. What did this to her?
What could do something like that?
Either something very sharp or something with magic attached to it.
True, but the line is serrated. It's, well, maybe that's just how it's dried. So, all right, let's examine the note.
What is?
Yeah, let's take it out. Oh God, that's not a note.
It's her ribbon.
Oh,
There's Some kind of symbol here.
I don't recognize it.
Neither do I.
What is that? A ring with fluorespan, a moon, and all looks like maybe birds.
She was placed here with some care.
What do you mean?
You can see that someone didn't just toss her here. She was deliberately placed for us to find.
Yeah, you're right.
What kind of monster would do this?
Well, we know of a couple people who mentioned who, do beheading stuff. The Woodsman and Bluebeard so far.
I'm sorry. This is just so surreal.
You don't have to deal with this, you know.
What do you want to do next?
Let's investigate some more.
We still have some time. I should keep investigating the area.
Okay, good idea.
Never know what you might find. Well, first of all, do we want to make a deal out of the fact that this is a security jacket? She wasn't wearing this. You know? Why would there be a jacket with security on it? Unless, oh, right. No, that was him from inside's jacket. It was put there to cover the head, shield it from the public eye, I guess. I'll speak to Snow White in a second. Let's look at some bushes.
Nobody there.
It would have been a bit too easy, wouldn't it? Oh, the grass looks all undisturbed. I guess there really isn't much else to do except, Oh. Around the corner. Is it warm?
Blood. Drops of blood. I'd say it's been here an hour, maybe?
He's got a nose for blood, I guess. Being the wolf. Before we go investigate around the corner, can we talk to Snow White? No, I guess that's just to go back in. I think I can hit shift to run. Yeah, this is running. Power walking. Scrap of fabric.
No signs that it's been here long.
Let's get it.
Fabric. Looks like jeans. Doesn't tell me much.
Except that he climbed the fence to get out. Tore his jeans on the fabric. There's blood up there.
Just some loose trash.
You never know, Bigby. You never know.
Yep, more blood. Someone might have hopped the fence, got caught, then left the trail I found earlier.
So they got caught on the fence, that means they hurt themselves coming in. Unless it was the head that got caught up there.
Blood. Still red. Sharp enough.
Yeah, right. Did I get to examine the trash can again? Let's have another look.
Surprised the garbage men can even find their way here.
Not that out of the way. Still, secret enough, certainly. Let's go back to Snow White. Scrap fabric. Ring. Don't think there'll be anything on here. Hey, Snow. You know, these people, the Woodsman, I mean, he once had a name, but people have forgotten it, which is kind of harsh. Snow White, that was her real name, but Beauty was not her real name. That was Belle. So now known as Beauty and the Beast. I guess they're kind of clinging to the old identity. Compare fabric. It's not gonna be snow. Why not?
What are you doing?
Checking you out?
Better to be thorough.
Sure, just hurry up. We don't have much time.
Thank you for understanding.
We should move her before anyone shows up. We'll find out more at the business office. She'll be in the books. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
Bigby, do you have any idea what's going on? How did this happen? Why her?
Well, it's a message, certainly.
It's just so awful.
Someone brought her in from the outside.
That makes sense. There's no signs of a struggle. But how do you know?
There's science.
I found blood on the fence, back there. Someone hopped over.
Okay, good. That's solid. So, someone from the outside. Well, at least they didn't come from inside the Woodlands.
Yeah, guess so.
I'm gonna have to tell Crane about this.
Crane?
As long as King Cole is gone, he's acting mayor. He needs to know. And he's going to find out anyway, so we may as well get out in front of it. It'll just be worse if he finds out we held it from him. I know you don't like him, but he's our boss. This is
Fine,
part of
fine.
the job.
I guess it's useless to drag it out.
That's how I feel too. I'm sure he won't be happy, but it's just part of the process. Hopefully he can be rational about it.
I wouldn't hold my breath.
I'm not.
I just don't want him interfering.
Crane. Who could Crane be?
Crane's not what's important right now. We need to figure out who this girl was so we can find whoever did this. Take this back to Dr. Swinehart. He can take a look at it. I'll meet you at the business office.
Alrighty. Poor girl. Very much enjoying this so far, by the way. Interesting.
What are you, blind?
What?
Why, you don't see there's a line? I've been standing here a half hour already. You get to just walk in? Must be nice being the sheriff. Do whatever the fuck you like.
I work here.
And what great work you do, sheriff.
That didn't feel very genuine.
Fucker.
Accuse me of impropriety. Yes, I see.
I...
Because you are the one bringing this to me, Miss Snow. The one who so simply stumbled upon this catastrophe on our very doorstep. The last thing I need with Mayor Cole away is a hysteria. Do you understand me?
Oh.
Yes, of course I
Don't
do.
interrupt me, Miss Snow.
You asked me a question.
Don't change the subject. You are to blame for this unpleasantness, Miss Snow.
I brought you this news as soon as I could.
You are trusted to keep things running smoothly around here. This is a disaster. Who else is to blame if not you?
It isn't anyone's fault. Instead of trying to assign blame, maybe we should figure out how to catch the fucker who did this.
Oh, is that how you see things? Sheriff, you are the one charged with protecting the citizens of Fabletown. Your failure to do so cost someone their life and the safety of the entire community.
Oh.
Tell me you've been doing something. Are there any leads? Suspects? Anything. Anything at all. Any shred of evidence you two know what the hell you're doing. Because right now, I have half a mind to fire the both of you.
Try it.
Bluebeard came to mind. It's his MO. It's shaky, but...
Don't be absurd. Bluebeard is out of the country as we speak. So don't even think about accusing him of such a treacherous affair. If all you're operating off of is ancient history, we're all in much more trouble than I imagined. You two need to get a handle on this situation quickly and quietly. The last thing we need is all of Fabletown knowing there's a killer amongst us. Snow,
Yes? Sir?
call Vivian right this minute and let her know I'm coming in early for my massage.
I will.
Where is the bottle of wine you were to purchase? Oh, bother. Forget it. Can't do anything right.
Ichabod Crane.
Do your job, Sheriff. Or we'll find someone who can.
Anything I'd say, just make it worse.
You would have just pissed him off more.
All right.
Well, that could have gone better. Well, maybe we should have dragged it out.
For what it's worth, I still think it was better to tell him.
Yeah, maybe.
He's not getting in the way, he's just threatening.
Oh, Crane doesn't like people smoking and... Never mind. Smoke away.
Crane is an asshole.
What an asshole.
Yep. That was about an 8 on the asshole scale. Asshole scale? Well, that doesn't sound right.
The hell?
Is he gone?
Whoa.
Yes, thankfully.
Fly monkey.
Buffkin!
Hello, Miss Snow.
Drinking? This early? Where did you get that?
It was by Mr. Ichabod's desk.
Then don't you think it probably belongs to him?
Maybe.
Hello, monkey fella.
How are you today, Mr. Bigby?
I'm doing alright.
Fine, Buffkin. Thanks for asking.
Buffkin, get the books.
Which books?
The ones with all the fables in it.
Not sure that was any more specific.
Bring the first 3.
Be back in a few minutes.
Nice. Oh, that's his job here.
He knows the ones I'm talking about.
That's cool.
There's bound to be information on her here. Somewhere. We'll at least be able to get her real name from the books whenever Buffkin finds them. In the meantime, poke around. Maybe the mirror can help.
Great bloody mirror.
I really have to get this appointment squared away, but let me know if you need anything.
Cool. Time for an update on the old Book of Fables, I think.
Hi.
Let's have a read. I'm interested. Okay, let's find the new ones. We got the wee crowns next to it, that's handy. Snow White may seem cold, but this stems from her life of mistreatment and abuse back in the homelands. After escaping assault and imprisonment, not to mention an attempt on her life, she married Prince Charming. It wasn't long before Snow discovered that Charming cheated on her with her estranged sister, Rose Red, and she divorced him. Wow. Not happily after ever after all. What? That was English, right? Yeah. After the Exodus, Snow focused her attention on setting up a safe haven for fables in the New World. She now serves as assistant to the deputy mayor of Fabletown. Okay. Assistant to the deputy mayor. That's something. It's interesting still that she put the sign that said keep off the grass. And she mentioned the Woodlands being the entrance to it. I don't really know what the Woodlands are, but we'll find out. Okay, Colin, couch surfer. Colin is better known as one of the 3 little pigs. Back in the homelands, they were harassed by the big bad wolf who blew down Colin's house of straw. Well, yeah, but later on he did get boiled in a pot, so, you know, it's kind of fair is fair. After the Exodus, Colin and the other fables who couldn't pass for human were sent to live at the farm in upstate New York. Unable to stand such a boring life, Colin constantly makes trips down to Fabletown to bother Bigby. He is always caught and sent back to the farm, but he doesn't let that stop him. You know, he is just a pig. He couldn't pass as human, but he could maybe pass as a pig if he would maybe like set up in somebody's garden or something like that, and just pretend to be a normal pig when people come around, or would that be offensive or some shit? Try to stop the guy smoking and drinking. That'd be a weird sight. Hailing from the haunted town of Sleepy Hollow, Ichabod Crane has been deputy mayor of Fabletown for nearly 115 years. Jeez. Crane is a bundle of nerves and takes his job very seriously, although that doesn't mean he always does it well. As one of Fabletown's elites, Crane is often blind to the troubles of the less well-off citizens. I intonated that weird. Overall, Crane is authoritarian, cowardly, and always hiding something. Yes, well, he's seemingly and objectively an asshole. Buffkin. Buffkin is the talking winged monkey from Land of Oz. There was a lot more than one. Now, as Fabletown's librarian, he spends his time reading and stealing the deputy mayor's booze. He's prone to mischief, so when something goes wrong, he assumes he'll receive the lion's share of the blame. He's helpful when he wants to be, but most of the time he'd rather be drinking. Someone would have fired him a long time ago, but he's the only one who can make sense of the filing system. Fair enough. Fabletown, the farm, and Mundies, short for mundane. Mundy is a catch-all term that fables use to refer to the non-magical inhabitants of their adopted home. Warding spells placed around the blocks of Fabletown and the farm keep their minds distracted and dull within certain boundaries. That's interesting. However, if anything should pique the curiosity or scrutiny of a large group of Mundies, these magical protection charms would overload and fail. As Sheriff of Fabletown, one of Bigby's primary functions is ensuring the Fabletown community maintains a low profile. Yes. And I believe that's it. So let's go have a look around.
Hi, this is Snow White, Mr. Crane.